Hey everybody, how's it going today? What I got today is my tiny basement machine shop tour 2.0. So it's an upgraded version. Everything I got from my old video has been redone. So as you can see, here's what is left of my old basement shop. I cleaned it out, nothing there, and we're gonna take a look. I built a wall over here and I built separate rooms so I can keep everything locked up and tucked away. And we'll show you what that is all about here. Alright, so here's looking the opposite direction, and there it is. Let's go take a look. Ooh. Let's go inside. Alright, here we are. So as you can see, if you guys haven't already checked out, I got another video of my other video shop tour, and it's same thing except I got all different, I replaced basically all my machinery except like one or two things, so you can check that out if you want. Here's my bench, which I've had for quite a while now. You can see it's messy right now. I got some projects going on. Got a 3-phase motor for my south bend, a couple barrels, all my lubricants, cleaning stuff, gloves, Q-tips, reloading press. I got a barrel vise over here, my little mini grinder. I use that quite a bit, and I don't know, just random stuff, screwdrivers, wrenches, and I'll give you a little closer shot here, but it's pretty standard stuff. Underneath here, I'll show you that. I got my roll air compressor, just a little guy, a quick recover, nice shop vac, which I got a little 5-gallon one here. I think it's, was it 5.5 horse. If you buy a shop vac, you pay what you get for it. The cheap ones are junk, the expensive ones are nice. So this is I think this one is 90 bucks. Well worth the money. They're a lot quieter and they work a lot better. A little bench vise, another little bench vise, my granite surface plate, if I didn't mention that already, some measure rings, my life. So I can show you my compressor here. So excuse the mess, but here's my barrel vise with a bunch of bushings, random stuff. You can see all the stuff I got that I normally do. See, I got a couple of receivers up here, projects in the works. I've got my little powder measure there, Q-tips, that's always handy. Switches that I rebuilt, or that one right there, that's a switch I rebuilt for a south bend that I can't use after redoing it. Alright, so let's look underneath here. So there is my quick recover roll air, which is a really nice compressor. It's a little noisy, so I can't really use it while I'm videotaping, but then there's my shop vac. That is my nice shop vac. And my two tools on the floor that I haven't found a spot yet for. Alright, moving over to the corner, I've got my trusty old 1960s, 70s garbage can there, which is kind of cool. Then I've also got this little, I don't even know what it is, it's a Dayton. I don't know, it's the same guys that make the motors, but a little grinder, wire wheel and a grinder wheel on a stand. It's kind of nice. I got that for free actually, believe it or not. Got a few stocks hanging there, a few wood clamps, stuff that needs to get worked on, and my lathe. So let's back up. Alright, here's my South Bend Heavy 10 lathe with a 4.5 foot bed. So this is the longest bed they made. I believe it's 36 between centers. And I rebuilt this thing. I had all the ways ground and scraped by Rick Ardenberg at R&D Tool Machinery Building in Roberts, Wisconsin. He did a really nice job. And then I did everything else on it. So it's in really nice shape. I got my cover, or my switch covers off here because I'm going to put a new switch. That motor I was sitting on the bench over there, I'm going to put the switch up here because I don't like it down there. I've got my, paint my drawers yet, and I got my door I got to put it back on, but we're getting there. Stuff, I got to build a shelf up here yet behind my lathe so I can get my files and stuff and my wrenches and keys up there out of the way. Alright, so looking over to here, see if you can zoom out all the way. Here is my lockable cabinet, which I keep mainly a lot of my reloading and gun stuff in there. Powders, dyes, ammo. Most of it's Wildcat stuff. Bullets, cleaning stuff, books, parts, miscellaneous stuff. A little bit of paint in there, so it's a good way to store your stuff. Alright, moving on over. Here is my Klossing lathe. This is a 12 by 36 model 5914. It's a nice lathe. I repainted it because it looked like that, and it actually needed a paint job. I'm not a big fan of redoing lathes, but as you can see, I end up doing it. So this is a 3-phase machine. I got it on a VFD with a switch on it, and I use the speed control on this lathe, so that's still hooked up. And then I also hooked the power switch forward reverse up to the VFD, so I can still use the original switch, but I'm mainly just using the VFD to power the motor. So yeah, it's a nice lathe. It's real nice for gunsmithing and stuff. I got a few things for it, but there we go. Kind of cool. Alright, so underneath here, I don't have a ton of stuff, but I got a few things, and it's mainly just a bunch of end mills that I got with some junk drawers, some hammers and stuff, clamps. And then that's just a junk drawer with a bunch of scrap random stuff in there, not a big deal. And then I got some cutting, I think it's cutting fluid and some random lathe parts and a pile of bits and reamers I haven't set away yet. Alright, moving over to the next table. Here is my Rustic Mill. This is a US made precision mini mill. They're quite expensive if you buy a new one. I think they still make them, but they're over $3,000 for a new one. But that's a nice little mill, but it's little, so it's got its limitations. I've had that for a while. Next is my little this is an Atlas 618, just a little 6-inch metal lathe. I wasn't gonna fix that one up, but I ended up taking it apart. I was gonna clean it, and then I decided, screw it, I'll repaint it, and there we go. Tore the whole thing apart and redid it. Except for my pulley assembly back there, I gotta do that. This one works pretty good actually. Nice and quiet. But I'll probably end up, I got somebody in mind I might give that to, so that's probably not gonna stay in my shop here. Below there I got just a few totes full of random stuff. Keep your junk in a tote, and then I got some boxes there I gotta do some stuff with. I got a bin down there full of lathe parts. My Kennedy toolbox chest there. There's really nothing in it right now. I'm waiting to get rid of that lathe so I can put my chest up there on top of the table there. Alrighty, moving on over. There's a ball door buffer. And I got this, most of my equipment here in my shop I got for really cheap actually. I got a deal on it. I got that buffer I got for 50 bucks. And then I made some adapters. That's a washer on that side, and I made a few adapters on this side. And I found a left-handed nut for it, but yeah, it's a nice buffer. And then this cabinet here, I got that with a Atlas metal shaper. I made a video on that a while ago. But if you can't tell, I painted everything black in here because I got sick of gray and ugly blue and all sorts of stuff, so I painted everything black. Abrasives, tape, I got all the Sawzall in there, but some random stuff. I'm still organizing everything in my shop here yet, so I'm working on getting everything organized and straightened out. So it's slowly but surely getting to where I want it to be. And someday I'm going to get a camera that focuses. Alright, let's take a cruise around. See if we can do a spin around the shop. A bench, my lathe, my cabinet, my other lathe, try not to be shaky, mini mill, another lathe, buffer. One more thing I got in here, last but not least, check that out. So this is new as of a couple days ago. We'll spin around the other side and take a look. Alright, so if you guys have watched some of my other videos, you know that I had a green Jefferson power hacksaw. And that was a nice little machine. It was very compact and it was little. But I went to a sale the other day and I saw this thing and I was like, God, I don't know if I want to buy it. And after thinking about it, him and hawing for a while, I said, screw it, I'll buy it. So I bought this guy and then I sold my little Jefferson, which is about half the size of this, and I made $5 on the deal. So, and this is a much nicer saw. It's a little heavier, it's about twice the size, but it's a much better design. And I'll probably make a video on this in the future because there's not a lot of info out there on these. But I can just crank her up here for you. It's quite a bit quieter than my old one too. And as you can see, shut it off here. Back here, this is the ratcheting system for the, I don't know what they call it, but when it's on it cuts on one stroke, and then on the reverse stroke, this ratcheting system cams the arm up, and then it lifts the blade off the piece so you're not rubbing the blade across the piece while it's not cutting. So this is a much better saw. My other saw didn't do that. I actually just got this down here a couple days ago. So there's the centerpiece, actually sitting in the center of my room here, of my shop, and I think they had it on a wood crate here to slide it down some stairs at one point in time, so I'm going to take that off of there and figure something out, put it on some casters or something, but there we go. So there we are. Take a look at my pretty face. So there we go. This is my little tiny basement machine shop. I take that back. I do quite a bit of stuff. For those of you that have subscribed to my channel, I do a lot of random stuff. And I always, if you guys got any ideas, let me know. I'll be sure to do something for you. But a lot of this stuff is geared towards gunsmithing. The only thing I don't have that I would like to have, that I'm never going to have down here, is a full-size Bridgeport milling machine. When we move out of this place, maybe in a couple years, and I get a shop where I don't have to haul stuff downstairs, I'll probably get a milling machine. But for now, my little Rustic works great. So yeah, that's it. If you guys got any questions, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm always open to answer any questions you may have. And until next time, be safe on your machines. Don't wear stuff like this when you're working on a lathe or a wedding ring. I do it sometimes, I know I shouldn't. So, be safe on your machines and shoot safe. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.